nothing bad ever happens to the Kennedys. Wow!
At long last, the 2021 NASCAR Cup Series schedule has been released. Something that a lot of us have been anticipating for I don't even know how long. So let's just go ahead and dive right into it. We're going to take a look at the entire schedule. I'll give my thoughts and, of course, note out all the different changes that are taking place as well. So, something we already knew way back in February, that the Clash next year will not be on the oval track. It'll actually be on the Daytona road course, which ironically NASCAR Cup Series ended up running at this year anyway due to the pandemic and having to change some dates around. So that'll be ran on Tuesday night, February 9th. And of course, Speed Weeks is now pretty much Speed Week. It's been condensed. So Thursday will be the duel, that's February 11th. And then of course Sunday will be February 14th. That will be the annual running of the Daytona 500. Then that next Sunday, instead of beginning the West Coast sweep like we did this season, NASCAR will remain in Florida and go over to Homestead, Miami. In just 2 years, Homestead, Miami went from being the season finale host for 17 years to now being the second race on the Cup Series schedule. I guess in the terms of traveling, it could make sense. A lot of fans could have the opportunity to go from Daytona to Homestead and see 2 NASCAR races in 2 weeks. So in the grand scheme of things, that makes sense. Then again, keep this in mind. Number one, Steve O'Donnell actually did say, according to Bob Pockers and a few others, that he is not done messing with the schedule for future years. So we could see even more shakeups in 2022, 2023, 2024, who knows. So that's just something we'll have to keep an eye on as time moves on. So after Homestead will be the West Coast sweep, starting at Auto Club Speedway. Instead of starting at Vegas, we actually will go to Auto Club Speedway. That race will be a little bit of importance because that will be the last time that track will be ran as a 2-mile open wide oval. And of course in 2022 it will be converted into a short track, which I think still will be a bizarre sight to see, but it's an interesting change to say the least, and it's cool that we're going to get a unique short track that way. So it's definitely going to be an odd change, and it's going to be something bittersweet as we head into Auto Club. And then after that, March 7th is Las Vegas, Sunday, March 14th at Phoenix, and then Sunday, March 21st will be Atlanta. So Atlanta will be the first race after the West Coast sweep. Still, we'll get to Atlanta in just a little bit as well. Next is Sunday, March 28th at Bristol. With a twist, they're going to smack dirt on the track, and for the first time in 50 years, the NASCAR Cup Series will run on dirt. They will run at Bristol still. They will put dirt over the surface. Well, I won't lie, it's a 5-hour drive for me. There's a good chance I'll be back at Bristol next year just for that. This looks like a race to me that could go either really, really well, or it could be an absolute shit show. It's just something we'll have to wait and see, but I know a lot of people were very odd about it, but I think the problem is that most dirt tracks probably aren't 100% where they need to be to host a cup race. Meanwhile, Bristol has been a long-standing NASCAR Cup venue, and they have put dirt on that track in the past. So I guess in terms of that, it makes sense. So we'll have to see how that race goes. I think it's going to be different. Again, I think it's going to go really good or really bad. I guess we'll just have to wait and see. Saturday, March 10th at Martinsville, assuming that race will be under the lights. Then Sunday, April 18th will be at Richmond. And then Sunday, April 25th at Talladega. And then Sunday, May 2nd at Kansas. And then, how about this? Sunday, May 9th, Darlington will be getting 2 dates again for the first time, well, since 2004. Of course, Darlington technically hosted 3 races this year due to the pandemic. Darlington also played as host to NASCAR's return since the coronavirus shutdown. Okay, honestly, good move. Darlington's always been a great track. It's a great historical track, and I think a lot of people were definitely upset back then when they lost their second date. So, with that being said, I'm totally fine with that. I'm glad Darlington's getting 2 dates again. It's going to be fun to see them run on a Sunday afternoon. And, again, I just think it's a good decision made, especially, you know, we saw some good racing from the 2 races that we saw back in the spring when NASCAR returned from the shutdown. So then after that will be May 16th. That will be at Dover. And that will be the only race that Dover will host. We'll, again, get into that in just a little bit. And then Sunday, May 23rd, which already got announced, and I, of course, said this in a previous video recently, Circuit of the Americas, the Formula One track that hosts the U.S. Grand Prix. Well, won't this year, but hopefully will again next year. NASCAR will be making their first trip to this new venue. Again, you know, Kurt Busch had a test session there in 2013. Tony Stewart, I think, had some sort of thing there too in a stock car. So it's going to be interesting to see what format, like what track layout they're going to do with Circuit of the Americas, how that's going to play out. So again, this is going to be one of 6 road courses. We're going to have 6 road courses. So that's 1/6, I believe. I'm not good at math, but I'm pretty sure that's 1/6 of the NASCAR Cup schedule, which is a little crazy that we suddenly went from, like, again, like 3 years ago, it was just Watkins Glen, Sonoma. Now it's like, boom, 6 road courses. And we'll get to that again here in a little bit. And then, of course, at the end of May is your annual running of the Coca-Cola 600 at Charlotte. And then Sunday, June 6th, NASCAR will return to Sonoma. Of course, they were not able to run at Sonoma this year, so it'll be nice to be back there again. That's going to be the 2nd road course on the schedule. And then after that, Sunday, June 13th will be the NASCAR All-Star Race. Of course, this year was something different. They hosted it at Bristol on a Wednesday night. So Sunday night on June 13th, the NASCAR All-Star Race will be at Texas Motor Speedway. And then that next Sunday, June 20th, replacing the 2nd Dover date, will be Nashville Super Speedway. Nashville Super Speedway, which hasn't seen any racing action since 2011, will be back, and they will finally get to host the NASCAR Cup Series again for the first time since the National Fairgrounds in the mid-80s. Excuse me. I should know because I am doing Sunday Night Lights, and of course, National Fairgrounds is remaining a track on there. I won't lie, I definitely want to go to Nashville. I definitely want to go to Nashville. I've always wanted to see that track when I was younger. I was really bummed when it closed down. I'm super happy that that track's back. So yeah, I'm really looking forward to that. So once again, that's one of the new tracks, one of the few new tracks that NASCAR Cup Series will get to see. We haven't seen new tracks on the schedule since 2011, technically, which, again, I've already talked about that in a recent video too. So, and then the next weekend will be the Pocono doubleheader. They're not going to touch that. And then on the 4th of July, instead of at Indianapolis, they're going to do this at Road America. How fitting. Road America on July 4th. It doesn't get more America than that. Road America is definitely a road course that a lot of fans wanted to see on the NASCAR Cup schedule for a while. And for the first time, the Cup Series will be going to Elkhart Lake, Wisconsin for the first time. I'm definitely looking forward to that race as well. So I believe now we're at 3 of 6 road courses on the schedule. Sunday, July 11th will be the Quaker State 400 at Atlanta. Atlanta will replace Kentucky Speedway on the schedule, so Atlanta will go back to having the 2nd day, which is ironic because Kentucky actually replaced one of Atlanta's dates when Kentucky first got announced that they were getting a Cup date. So, and of course, Kentucky is one of 2 tracks that will not be hosting a Cup race in 2021, the other one being Chicagoland Speedway. I've already said my 2 cents about Kentucky. Now that I'm in a better mood about it, it is what it is. You know, business is business. If NASCAR's doing the right thing, they're doing the right thing. You know, I'm in the minority when it comes to Kentucky. You know, people are like, why are you upset about a mile and a half being taken off? It's not necessarily the fact that it's a mile and a half. It's the fact that I've gone to races there since 2005, and I just have too many memories at the track. So, I don't know. I mean, after hearing that Steve O'Donnell is still planning on more changes after 2021, I guess I can remain hopeful, but probably not. Again, it is what it is. It sucks that I lose a home track. And it sucks that I lose Chicagoland, too. You know, I went there back in 2017. I thought that track was like the Field of Dreams. So, again, if NASCAR's doing the right thing, they're doing the right thing. Although, I'm not necessarily sure about running Atlanta in July. I would have liked for them to run it in, like, October, where it's cooler outside, where it's not too hot. They'll probably run it at night, you know, because, like Kentucky, they always ran it at night, or a day-to-night kind of race, but you know, July in Georgia is pretty hot, so if anything, I would move that race to, you know, closer to the end of the season. Then again, Atlanta used to be the season finale before Homestead anyway, so that's something to think about as well. Not to mention, the reason why Atlanta's getting a second date is because they want to build a huge entertainment complex and casino and all that fun stuff around the track as well. So I think really they're just trying to push for that to make Atlanta more valuable, because Atlanta, of course, is also a massive market, unlike Kentucky. And then July 18th, we'll go to New Hampshire. August 8th, NASCAR will return to Watkins Glen. Again, that's the two usual road courses that we've been seeing for the longest time. Weren't even on the schedule this year due to the pandemic. So it's going to be nice to have Watkins Glen back. And then Sunday, August 15th, will be the Brickyard 400. That's right, we are doing away with the Indianapolis Motor Speedway Oval, and we are moving it to the road course. The Xfinity race put on a show. Even though fans couldn't be there, the Xfinity race did not disappoint. I'm not sure about the Cup Series, mainly because of how different the aero packages are and everything. I always believe that the Indianapolis Oval, it wasn't really built for NASCAR at all. Definitely going to be a weird sight, knowing the fact that I've been to the Brickyard 400 3 times, each in the Oval, and this time around it's going to be at the road course. And then Sunday, August 22nd, they will head up to Michigan, which Michigan also has lost a date. They will only have one date in 2021. And then NASCAR will close out the regular season August 28th at Daytona International Speedway for the Coke Zero 400. And then at that point, the playoff schedule is pretty much the same as it was in 2020. Sunday, September 5th at Darlington, Saturday, September 11th at Richmond, Saturday, September 18th at Bristol, Sunday, September 26th at Las Vegas, Sunday, October 3rd at Talladega, Sunday, October 10th at Charlotte Roval, and the rest of them are pretty much on Sunday. October 17th at Texas, October 24th at Kansas, Halloween at Martinsville, October 31st, and then November 7th, the season will close out once again at Phoenix International Raceway. So I have gone through the entire NASCAR Cup schedule to give my thoughts and opinions on it. I like the changes. I welcome all of them. I know people, if I know one thing about people hate change. You know, obviously, people hate change. That's pretty much been the biggest thing. You know, NASCAR fans, some people will find something to complain about. That's just how it is. You can't make everyone happy. You know the saying, be careful what you wish for. So, you know, people want new tracks, people want a schedule shakeup, and unfortunately, it came at the cost of losing Chicagoland and Kentucky. So, for some people, it sucks. You know, again, I'm in the minority when it comes to Kentucky. Everybody hates it, but I'm sorry. That track has a special place in my heart, so that's just how I feel. Moving on. So, we have, in terms of road courses, we have Sonoma, Circuit of the Americas, Indianapolis, Watkins Glen, Road America, and the Charlotte Roval. So, 6 road courses. 6 races that Chase Elliott could probably win, because Chase Elliott is suddenly the today Jeff Gordon of road courses, because like Jeff Gordon was super good on him. So it's like, okay, Chase Elliott's probably guaranteed at least 3 wins next season, if I were to say so the least. He's definitely going to be a favorite on all those road courses. Bristol Dirt. So actually, I think my friend Julio told me on Discord, or said on one of the servers I'm in on Discord, he actually said that September 30th, 1970 was the last time the Cup Series ran on dirt. And on September 30th, 2020, 50 years later, they announced that Bristol will host a dirt race. Because obviously, like, Bristol is more known for the night race in the fall. They're more known for that race. That's where the crowd will be packed. Fans are definitely wanting to go to that race. The dirt race, I think they're just trying to make the spring date more interesting, more different. I mean, heck, in 2019, I think they closed off, like, big sections of the grandstands because they didn't sell enough tickets. I think it's an interesting choice. I know a lot of people really don't like it. I mean, I think it's cool the Cup Series want to do a dirt race again. I welcome it. You know, I love the fact that the Truck Series ran at Eldora, so it's going to be interesting to see how that race will work out, how they do that race, and how the Cup Series cars, especially today's Cup Series cars, handle the dirt. You know, there will be some favorites for sure. Obviously, if Kyle Larson is back in the Cup Series next year, he's going to be a favorite for sure. Christopher Bell, Alex Bowman, definitely a few guys that you don't want to count out in terms of dirt racing. Who knows? Maybe Tony Stewart will make a surprise one-off. Okay, probably not, but still, that'd be pretty cool. Besides that, thinking of the other changes, Darlington getting a second date, I'm cool with that. I think that's a great move. As well as Atlanta. Atlanta's a great track. Of course, the problem is that track's going to have to get some work at some point because the surface is really old. So yeah, I think it's great that those two tracks are getting dates again. I hate it for Michigan. I really like Michigan. I went there a couple times. I absolutely love the big, fast 2-mile oval track. And of course, I've already said what I said about Auto Club, the other 2-mile track that's being turned into a short track. So that's pretty much about everything I wanted to talk about in terms of the schedule. And remember, next season, good chance that still some tracks will not have fans. I would expect a lot more tracks will be open to having a reduced crowd, but just know that if you're expecting to see any full crowds in 2021, I wouldn't. It probably won't be until late in the 2021, if not 2022, when we will see full crowds again at NASCAR races. That's something also to keep in mind. I think NASCAR is going to continue to experiment with a lot of different things and see what works, what doesn't work, what do the fans like, what do the fans not like. And then again, that's kind of hearsay because some people just, you know what I'm going to say. Besides that, I'm really looking forward to seeing next year's schedule and how things shake up and how different it's going to be. I definitely would love to hear your all's thoughts in the comments down below. What do you guys think of the 2021 Cup Series schedule? What do you like about it? What do you hate about it? I'd like to hear it down below. So NASCAR is going to continue to experiment with things, and we'll probably see more changes in the next few years as it is as well, and we'll see what happens. So it's a brand new era. This is a brand new NASCAR. Let's welcome it with open arms and usher it in, shall we? I will give you guys a quick update real quick. Sunday Night Lights, I will be starting the Winston Cup stuff after this video. Just keep in mind that I'm busy with other stuff. If you see my Twitter, I do play-by-play for high school sporting events as well. That's something I'd like to do in my life, which would be a lot of fun. Of course, I have a job and everything else, so such as the adult life. So, in case you're wondering, that's what's going on. Thank you guys so much for watching. I will see you all in the next video. Bye-bye.